It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears.
Weather will not be a factor today. We have absolutely beautiful conditions here. And away we go in Cincinnati. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen trying this straight ahead. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They'll try and throw it here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Up the middle, here goes Allen. Jukes one defender. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin. Because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. This finds Carter complete. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today. Because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
3rd and long for him here. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
couple sacks on the opening drive, you better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And my partner, Brock Heward, is excited about this one, pumping his fists already. It's one of the rare southpaw quarterbacks who's bringing them out.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
Back now, pressure on its way. Catch is made by the rookie out of Tennessee. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
The running back gets it on the draw. Across the 45 and still going. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They'll throw it. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. First and 10 now at the 29. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still second down.
All right, here we go. Second down. They'll run here following the penalty. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Looking slant route, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. Back to throw now. He'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And they're on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now for the 2nd time this game, we get a look at this Vikings offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Allen. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 35 on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Carter. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Pass play now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, it's a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
And the Bengals bringing out a fifth DB. They're in the nickel, third down. Looking to the air here. He's on the move. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Cincinnati headed back out for its second drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Fits it through the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They'll throw on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for second down. They've got a man in motion. After the sack, another pass on second down. Completed over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Here's a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He's dropping back to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the set. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Setting up a throw. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up fourth down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And this punt lands in the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And they're hoping they can keep the punter off the field this time around, Brock, after he's been called upon each of their first two possessions. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Finds a man, right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
This is Allen on the give. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
First and 10 from the 41. Right back to Allen. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fullback dive up the gut. And he drives it up past the 45. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
Extra DB out there for the Bengals. Third down coming. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Play action on first down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Ooh, this is going to be a false start on the offense here.
False start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. 2 yards on the totes, and that won't improve their spot much. 3rd and a mile coming up.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings take a 2nd quarter lead. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings take a 4-point lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Throwing now, off play action. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Pass play coming here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll throw it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to author a comeback. if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
Gotta figure out this third down here. They're throwing it. Dumped off to his running back.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Now looking to throw. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
The Vikings back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. From midfield now. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run now with Allen. Escapes a defender. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's Allen again, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd.
Zach Taylor decisive. He's got the challenge flag out there.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens, because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll run it from the gun. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. It's the Vikings. With it, 3rd and 2. Looking for a throw here. Catch made by Carter.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Throwing now, needing a first. That's cut beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. And the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's we got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute, both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Bengal offense getting the football late in the first half. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Dropping back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Still inches to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It is caught left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Now the offense is going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First and 10 from the 41. Still sticking with the passing game. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Looking to throw. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Vikings 10, Bengals 3.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the 2nd half. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Here comes the Cincinnati offense for the first drive of our 2nd half. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. This ball's caught by Pickens. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Trying again following the sack. Getting out to his left. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So out now comes the punter. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Vikings football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running is Allen, and he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, while they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Offense to the line for second down. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still second down.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. They run with Allen. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Allen trying this straight ahead. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
They'll bring out the punter here. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he's just going to fair catch that one at the 24-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Bengals football. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Punting unit out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run the draw. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
They'll run here on 1st down. Continuing to dig, he's inside the 25. And he takes this all the way down to the 24-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch. because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
And the Bengals bringing out a 5th DB. They're in the nickel, 3rd down. They'll try and throw it here. Dump off caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So the Vikings sending out the field goal team here. This 42 yards from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cincinnati just about set for its next offensive possession. They're down 10 as they take over. We've got a 13-3 ball game. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way! And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Vikings capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Setting up to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings take a 3-possession lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Bengals on offense. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. It's Pickens on the slant. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. Third down coming. They'll throw it. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10 now from the 30. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 36. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up third down. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Throwing from the gun here. He's trying another one deep. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Bengals are going to be backed up to begin this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Completed here to Pickens. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Fires right away, but incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, That is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Back to throw. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
To number 28. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. Pass play now. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings taking the field on offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Blown back gets the handoff. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach, because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 19. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals drop the lead back to 13. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vikings now set to take the field. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On the handoff, Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Here's a throw. This finds Carter complete. It's a race down the right side. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. This is Allen, and he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job, and this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for second down. He's dropping back to throw. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have likely locked up the win right there. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Vikings electing not to kick it. The offense staying out there. They're going for two. Here we go. Toss to the right side. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that two-point attempt. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bengals headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Setting up a throw. Cut out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. Back to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen on one of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
The Vikings ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Up the middle, here goes Allen. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's got a man left, and he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other and give him a chance to make a play.
This is Allen on the give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Vikings about set to celebrate this win. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Allen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Right back to Allen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're throwing it. Has it in close. Touchdown, Minnesota. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Bengals 10.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those moments that I am just at a loss for words. We just saw a record-tying 12th sack in this ball game. And it really is on two sides of it. On one side of it offensively, well, this has been impossible to block these guys. But, Kate, I have got to celebrate what we're seeing defensively. Just the 6th team in the history of this game to notch 12 sacks in one ball game.
One final shot here. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And the defense piles on at the end here as they take it back for the touchdown. The Vikings keep running away with this. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And this is a game that proves every Pee Wee and Pop Warner and high school coach across the country correct, Brock. Teams who make fewer mistakes and turnovers gonna win a lot of football games. They kept the football, they forced a couple of turnovers, and that was a big part of the difference in this one. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.